yeah, I think it should be illegal in Nebraska because it's not that harmful. I think cigarettes, just on my own knowledge of it, are more harmful than weed.
I believe yes. There are pros and cons of marijuana being legalized. I do believe that if it were to be legalized, it should be controlled, not sort of like just something everyone can do freely. There are things that are more harmful than marijuana, like cigarettes, and those are legal and open to the public. I do think that it should be controlled sort of in like an environment where it's put into purpose and not just something that people like do just like in their living room for no reason, just to like get high or whatever. But I do believe that it being legalized wouldn't do as much harm than people would think it would.
No, I do not support the legalization of marijuana in Nebraska, and I believe it should not be legalized because even though it could help with epilepsy or cancer, I still believe it can be harmful in many ways. And even though I stated on the pro side that it had a decrease in crimes in Colorado once they legalized it, that's probably because they weren't trying to like steal or anything, so it should not be legalized.
I disagree with the legalization of marijuana in Nebraska. First of all, I know they legalized it in Colorado and they're having many problems. I know the housing has increased in price. They've been getting people from all over different states coming in, and so their public school systems have been changing, as well as the influx of people, and the income has been changing. So my answer would be, even though I understand the medical purposes, it would be against marijuana in Nebraska.
I do believe it should be legalized in Nebraska. Just looking at the history of what's happened in Colorado, based on the amount of money that that's came in from taxing it, the decrease in all of the bullet points that Mark listed, and also I've personally seen it help some friends of mine with their anxiety. I think that it's a more natural benefit, whereas when I look at alcohol and all the damage that alcoholism does and drunk driving and all that stuff, I strongly think that marijuana is a safer outlet than alcohol would ever be. And yeah, there's my reasoning.
Yes, I do believe so, at least for medical purposes, because it can help cure cancer and stuff, and they could use it for mild recreational use, like limit how much they can have on them, because it helps lower crime, and it could help cure some of the debt that we're in. Yeah.
I do not believe marijuana should be legalized for recreational use in Nebraska, just because it leads to an increase in the possibility of testicular cancer in young men. It can also lead to young men becoming infertile. I do not believe in the recreational use of marijuana. However, medicinal use of marijuana, so like if we legalized medical marijuana on very strict protocols, I believe that would be okay. It does help cure many difficult but treatable diseases like epilepsy. Can help with anxiety. However, I've seen firsthand experience when I traveled to Denver, Colorado last May. For recreational use, the whole town just smelled really, really bad of marijuana, and you walk into a McDonald's and there's all these high people, and then a cop arrested someone while we were there. And for that reason, I do not believe recreational marijuana should be legalized, but I do believe in the legalization of medical marijuana.
Alright, so based on our interviews and findings, there was quite a discrepancy. Many people thought it should be legalized, while many people disagreed and thought it should be illegal. However, those who believed it should be legal were leaning towards more of a medicinal marijuana purpose rather than for recreational.
Some of them that said that it should be legalized also said that people can use it for mild recreational use, means that they'd be limited on how much they can use. And yeah, a lot of people said medical use is needed.
And those were our findings.